effective ways to lose belly fat or reduce belly fat. It is actually one of the most difficult fats to reduce. That is the truth. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in this video. I'm going to tell you the way it is, and you have to be patient if you want to reduce belly fat. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's going to be an amazing time today, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic. This is also a requested video from some followers on Twitter. This topic is a very important topic, and a lot of people have different ideas or different ideologies about belly fat. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about effective ways to reduce belly fat, and these effective tips are science-backed. It's not magic. You're not going to perform any magic. I'm not going to tell you that belly fat is going to reduce in 1 week or in 2 weeks or even in 1 month. You have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, and you also have to be patient when it comes to belly fat. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that right now. Here we talk about healthy living, amazing food recipes, and meal prepping tips. And in this channel, we love everything healthy living. We try to live healthy by practicing some healthy habits as well. Also hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos. I want us to take this video as an educational content and also a very interesting one, so we can engage in the comment section. The first thing we need to understand is, what is belly fat? We need to know what we're talking about. So belly fat is it's more than a nuisance that affects your body when you wear your clothes. There are some clothes you want to put on and you don't feel good because of belly fat. It's also known as abdominal fat. Now, the reason why belly fat is not really good for our health, it's more than a nuisance for how you look in your clothes, is because also called visceral fat. And visceral fat means the fat that is deep underneath your organs, means that this fat can actually surround your organs. And when this fat surrounds your organs, it becomes a big issue, because you can be at risk of heart disease and a lot of diabetes, type 2 diabetes and all that. When we talk about belly fat and how to lose belly fat effectively, it is actually one of the most difficult fats to reduce. That is the truth. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in this video. I'm going to tell you the way it is, and you have to be patient if you want to reduce belly fat. To reduce belly fat, you need a combination of different lifestyle habits to reduce belly fat. So you cannot say only exercise can reduce belly fat, and you can't say only your diets can reduce belly fat. You need to have a combination of different healthy lifestyle habits. And that will take us to number 1. You need to eat a lot of soluble fiber. And I'm going to explain why this is very important. We hear fiber, fiber, fiber. Why is it important? Soluble fiber helps to absorb water, and this helps to slow down the way food goes into your small intestine and large intestine. Soluble fiber makes you feel full, so you don't eat so much. Soluble fiber has also proven to promote weight loss in different areas of the body. So it is important that you include soluble fiber in your diet. One tip that I will give to you if you want to reduce belly fat is to include at least 1 soluble fiber food in your diet every single day. Examples of high soluble fiber foods are flax seeds. So if you're someone who likes to take oats, for example, you can include flax seeds into your oats. For some, they don't like the taste or probably the way it feels in their mouth. One way to include flaxseed into your diet without you even having the taste, even though it doesn't taste bad, you can blend it to powder form and you mix it in your meal. That is number 1 food that you need to include that has a high fiber content. The second high fiber content food include legumes. So we have soybeans, we have beans, you have green peas. They contain high fiber content, and Another high soluble food include avocados and blackberries. When you're buying your fruits or your vegetables, always try to include avocados and blackberries. If you do not like avocados, then you can substitute with something else. The second effective method to help you reduce belly fat is to avoid trans fat. According to some studies, trans fat has been linked to high cholesterol level, it has been linked to some heart disease, inflammation, and the rest. A lot of companies who manufacture some processed food claim that they do not include trans fat into their meals. This is the reason why it's important that whenever you get a packaged food at the market, always make sure that you go through the nutrition fact content or label so that you can understand the ingredients that are included in that particular food. Some trans fats can be found in some margarines and some butter. So for the meantime, since you're trying to lose belly fat, I would advise that you reduce the amount of butter or margarine that you actually take, unless you are very sure of the particular brand that you're getting. Number 3 method is to reduce your alcohol intake. If you cannot stay away from alcohol for like a long time, research has also shown that too much of alcohol can make you gain belly fat. You need to reduce your waistline, then you need to reduce the way that you take alcohol. One thing that I always advise people is when you tell someone to stop something, you don't just leave a vacuum. You don't leave the place empty, because the person will keep on wondering, what am I going to use to replace this? So whenever you're trying to stop something, always try to replace it with something else. You want to reduce belly fat and you want to reduce the way that you take alcohol, you have to replace it with something. Why don't you try taking water with some fresh fruits instead? Or why don't you take green tea instead of taking alcohol? There has to be a replacement. You don't just leave the place empty, because it's going to make you go back to what you're trying to stop. The 4th method is to eat a high protein diet. Listen guys, when you want to lose belly fat, you need to be intentional about what you put into your mouth. Not just when you want to lose belly fat, but in general. You need to include protein in your diet every single day, and make sure that protein is actually more than your carbs, so that it can make you, because protein contains fiber too. And if you agree with me, if you take protein, you actually feel full. The idea of taking rich fiber foods is to reduce the intake of calories. A high protein diet is actually very, very good if you're trying to lose belly fat. I'm going to give you some examples. Number 1, eggs. You need eggs. When you want to have your eggs, make sure that you boil them. And if you want to fry them at all, try as much as possible to use a very good oil, like olive oil or almond oil. And you do not need so much oil while frying your eggs. Another high protein food that you need to include in your diet when you're trying to lose belly fat is to include a lot of meat and chicken. You can take out the skin of the chicken. Chicken breasts contain high protein. Another lovely high protein food is egusi. If you have seen the egusi video on our channel, how to prepare an easy egusi soup, you would realize that I explained all the benefits of egusi soup. Taking soups when you want to reduce belly fat is very important. What you have to be careful about is the quantity or amount of swallow that you take with your soup, and that will bring us to portion control. So number 5 is portion control. You need to be consistent with portion control. This is something that you can do. Try to get small bowls or small plates. This is psychology. When you have a large plate, you tend to put in so much food, but when you have a small plate, you actually tend to put in the food that can contain that plate. But please, do not put in your food and you press it and put it again. I've seen some people do that, and please, you're not helping yourself. Portion control is very, very important. Another lovely food that is high in protein that you need to include in your diet is fish. Fish can never go wrong. Fish is an amazing protein food and you need it in your diet. Reduce your stress level. This is very important, and I'm going to explain to you why stress can actually increase belly fat or even worsen belly fat. Stress can cause you to have or increase your belly fat because stress triggers the adrenal glands to release a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is also known as the stress hormone. When cortisol hormone is released, it increases appetite for food and drives abdominal fat storage. So instead of the foods that you're taking into your body, instead of it to probably turn into muscle, because you have a high stress level, the adrenal gland will definitely release cortisol hormone, which will make you eat so much and then store this food as fat. So this is how you gain more belly fat because you're stressed out. If this is your first time of hearing this, you need to learn more and you need to watch this video to the end. So you need to reduce your stress level. That is the truth. Reducing belly fat is not a one-way method. You have to include different methods every single day to see results, and you need to be patient. So you need to reduce stress. How do you reduce stress? You need to take it one step at a time. You must not do everything at once. If you have some tasks or some things to do for the day, try as much as possible to plan your day and schedule time for each task. When that task is over or that particular time is over, you can move on to the next thing. Do not drool or worry so much about the task that you were not able to complete the other day. Find time to do the things that you love. Find time to reduce stress. And that is the reason why, especially for women, cooking can be stressful for a lot of people. But I can tell you that with meal prepping, you can reduce stress in the kitchen. Instead of you spending so much time cooking for 2 hours, you're cooking one meal for 2 hours because you have to cut this, you have to slice this, you have to cook this. You can reduce that to 30 minutes by meal prepping. The next tip is to try aerobic exercise. Like I said earlier, you cannot reduce belly fat just by foods alone. You need exercise. So if anybody tells you, eat this to reduce belly fat, or you can eat only this to reduce belly fat, the person is actually lying to you, or the person doesn't just have enough information or the right information. You need to exercise as well. And what kind of exercises do you need to do to reduce belly fat? You need aerobic exercises that will make you burn energy, exercises that will make you burn calories. You need cardio exercises, going on the treadmill, doing some squats. You also need some lifting of weights, because this would help you to turn the fat into muscle. This is the idea behind aerobic exercise. Another amazing exercise that you can do to burn belly fat is yoga. Yoga has over 300 different exercises, and you can pick any one that you really love and the one that you enjoy. You need to get plenty of sleep. Sleep is underrated. And if you do not sleep well, trust me, you're going to increase in weight. And you do not even know the part of your body that would increase in weight. So it can be your belly, it can be your arm, it can even be your face. So you need to find a good time to sleep well at night. Another tip is to eat fatty fish every week. Whenever I make meal plans for people who want to lose belly fat or even people who want to lose weight, I always include fatty fish in their meal plan. And of course, I would ask you, what kind of fatty fish do you like? So we have fatty fish like salmon, we have mackerel, we have sardines. So pick any one that you love and the one that you're comfortable with, and include it in your diet every week. At least you eat it once a week. Fatty fish contains a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, and these fatty acids are really, really good for the body. It would also help you to feel full. So imagine the foods that I've mentioned. You have high protein foods, you have fatty fish, you also have high fiber foods in your diet. When you combine these three amazing food groups into your meal, surely you're going to eat and you're going to feel satisfied. You will not feel like you haven't eaten anything. And this would help you to reduce belly fat. Take green tea. If you're someone who loves tea, then you need to try as much as possible to cut down on sugary beverages, because this would not help you. They would only increase belly fat for you, especially if you are stressed out and you do not get enough sleep. I would advise you to switch to green tea. Pick a brand that is super healthy. You need to make a research of very good green tea for you. You can take your green tea in the morning before your exercise and then at night before going to bed. If you're comfortable with taking green tea twice a week, it really helps you. So you need to incorporate different healthy habits to reduce belly fat. And here is a bonus tip to reduce belly fat. You need to make an intentional decision. What exactly do you want to achieve from reducing belly fat? You shouldn't just think of how you look in your clothes. Think of your health, because when the visceral fat, which is the fat that covers the organs or the fat that is underneath the skin, when this fat becomes so much, it can, just imagine fat covering an organ. Just imagine fat covering the kidney or covering the liver. That would lead to a lot of problems. So I want you to think beyond the way that you look in your clothes or your dresses. Think about healthy living. This would give you a more informed decision to make. I'm very sure you have a lot of questions and you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in reducing belly fat, this is one of the services that we offer here at Health Match with Cassie. So all you need to do is drop your comments below. My email address is down in the description box. Send me an email and we can talk, have a health consultation, and I can create an amazing meal plan or belly fat reduction plan for you at an amazing cost. This year, 2023, I've really made a decision to help as many people as possible. So send me a message and of course, drop your comments below. Tell me what you think about this video. What did you learn? Do you have any more questions? And is there any other topic around belly fat that you want me to talk about? Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, share and like this video. Until next time, I love you guys.